I am Koti. I have 12 years of experience into data science and Python or SAS language. Over the 12 years, I majorly worked into data science for different domains, banking and telecom domain. I am the instructor for data science course.
So welcome to KSR DATAVIZON. In today, we discuss about features of Python and all, right? Before we are going to discuss about features of Python and all, let's recap yesterday's session for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Yesterday, we were discussing what is programming and all, right? So now we are taking an example. Today, auspicious day for India to reactivate the lander or rover, I can say, for where in moon, on the moon, right? Chandrayaan 3, right? Now, in order to communicate with the rover or in order to control the rover, what we require? Is any human being over there in moon?
Programming. No.
Robot is there to activate? No.
Yeah.
How do you activate? With the help of some signal or some programming. So can we say something like this? Programming language is nothing but communicate or control the computers or technology to do a particular task. So from ISRO, we are giving instructions or command to rover. Hey, wake up. Is everything system is working correctly or not? Right? How do you communicate from human, from ISRO office to moon or to rover? How do you communicate? With the help of programming language. Right? Let me a simple example, guys. Basic example. Asking your mom for food. When you are a kid, 2-year kid, 1-year kid, or maybe 3-year kid, mom will say that moon is coming, eat. Right? There is a proverbs or songs kind of things, right? Mom take initiative and feed the food for you. Now you are 20 plus, everyone. Am I right?
Yes.
Directly mom will, mom feed the food for you, or you need to ask the mom? You need to ask mom, please provide me food. I'm hungry. Right? So we are giving an instruction to mom for prepare the food or to serve the food. How do you communicate? How do you communicate to mom? You are hungry. How do you communicate? How do you communicate?
By speaking.
Language.
Okay,
Native
I don't
language.
using some blah blah word. Right? Is it a word? Will they able mom understand?
Native language.
Understandable language.
The understandable language. Here, the programming language means we are giving instruction or task to computer. The task should be in a understandable language. Is it correct? That's what we discussed yesterday. Generally, so the understandable language or programming language are 3 different types. What are those? Low level language, assembled language, and high level language. Am I right, Giridhar? What do you mean by low level language? Other name of low level language also called as binary language. Only systems can able to understand the binary language. Binary means 0 and 1. It is like a bits 0. It is the form of zeros and ones. In this world, even the rover, whatever the lander, whatever the program has been designed for rover, a lander, it is a system understandable language only. It is in the form of low level language only. So remember, be it a phone pay, be it a Amazon app, be it a Uber, be it a Google Pay, be it a Google software or a Microsoft computer, everything has been designed at low level only. Am I right? Assembled language means it is a mixture of both high level and low level language. As I already discussed yesterday also, basically to design electronics items like chips, semiconductors kind of thing. High level means where the language is easy language, like humans like easy to understand, like English statements, right? I given 2 examples yesterday. Can you tell me what are the 2 examples? If I given 1 example, what do you mean by if? When we need to use if
Condition.
conditional condition statement, right? For means iterating loop. Every program, all the programming language such as C++, Java, .NET, Python, all have been designed in what level, what language? High level language. Now everyone are clear about these 3 points. What are those? Low level language, assembled language, and high level language. Any questions about this? All right. Now let me ask a simple question. What is Python? What is Python? Can you please keep the mic in mute? Neelam Mishra. Okay. What is Python? Yesterday we discussed reptile, snake. Right. Here we have an agriculture students. They can help us a lot. Right. One important point. Python is not a reptile or a snake. It is a programming language. In 1980s, there is a one English web series, kind of English comedy show, like Monty Python Circus comedy show. From there, Rosuman is a scientist who created this language. He inspired from that channel or inspired from the comedy show. From there, he picked the Python. From there, he picked the Python. No more it is a snake. No more it is a reptile. It is a programming language. What is a programming language? What is programming language? What is programming language, guys? Brijesh Kumar, what is a programming language? It is used to communicate or communicate or control a particular task to the system. Right? As I said, it is a high-level programming language, general programming language. General means everywhere, like data science, machine learning, cloud, software developments, testing, web applications, everywhere they have used the, like Chandrayaan, they have developed an application. They have used the Python, right? For example, HDFC Bank application, net banking, they have used the Python. Everywhere they are using the Python. One story I will tell you. I completed my graduation, post-graduation MBA in 2012. And the moment 2012, there was, I completed my MBA in data science only, full time. There was no Python. We have a tool called SAS. We have a tool called SAS. Statistical Analysis System. Statistical Analysis System. It is a private limited company. It was founded by Goodnight, James Goodnight. The founder of the SAS company is James Goodnight. Now his age is 96 or 95. Still is the CEO of a SAS company. It's a private limited company. What happens if you want to buy one license for SAS? If you want to buy one single license, it will cost you around 10 lakh rupees. Of course, we have student version. I agree. We have a student version in the real world, 10 lakhs. So there was no startups in India. There was no startups who are using data science and all India. Because for one license, they need to spend 10 lakhs. Every year they need to renewal. They need to apply for renewal or renew all these. Then what happened? The number of job opportunities in India 2012 for data science are very, very less. Do you know, can anyone guess, in 2012, how many companies are using data science in India? Can anyone guess? Any guess? If you said the right answer, 5% discount in your course fees. Can anyone guess?
100,000
company.
companies.
No company.
No company. No. There are
2% of the 2% of the organizations.
2% of the organization. What I mean, I'm asking the count. Can anyone guess how many companies?
10,000.
100 digits.
100.
10,000 companies.
No, wrong answer.
Into 15.
Into 50.
Yeah.
Into 50 means
10 to 50.
No. Your answer is close, but not the correct answer. Total companies in 2012 are 1 or 2 companies. Only 1 or 2 companies. The companies who do use like Citibank, JP Morgan, Standard Chartered Bank, HSBC, right? Tiger Analytics, Mu Sigma, TCS. There is no direct company of TCS. There is a company called eValueServe, right? Wipro, they're not using. Infosys also not using. No companies. Only 1 or 2 companies in India, 2012. Now, can anyone know how many companies are using data science in just 10 years, right? Can anyone guess now? Can anyone guess? The answer is 1,000 companies. 3.5 lakh companies. 3.5 lakh companies around. I'm not exact figure. 3.5 lakh companies are using data science projects. Even KSR, we are using one. We have created our product with the help of data science. We are going to release in the next month. In next 1 year, we are KSR itself. We are planning to hire more than 100 members for that product. Right. So the reason here, the reason why data science is improved because of tools like Python and R. The reason why it is improved because of tools like Python and R. R is no more using, only Python is a language. Because it is an open source, everyone can able to use, right? No need to spend the money for the tool perspective. So that is the reason in last 5 to 6 years, there was a lot of growth as well as a lot of changes that happened in the industry. You might
I
have
have a question.
Madam,
Uh,
please. That is the reason a lot of changes happened in the last 5 to 6 years. One thing, image identification, right? Digit identification, age prediction, traffic signal like predictions, right? Chandrayaan 3 also they have used AI based applications. So to soft landers, everything they have used AI. Again, they have used the deep learning, machine learning application with the help of Python. So Python is everywhere. Everywhere. Without Python, if you call yourself as a data scientist, no one is ready to believe at this point of time. Maybe today Python, after 10 years, instead of Python, Julie may come. After Julie, some X may come, some Y may come. But the concepts are really, really important. But at this point, for next 10 years, the dominant series is by Python only. Python is associated with the cloud. Python associated with the big data. Python associated with SQL. Python associated with Teradata. Everywhere Python is associated. Power BI with Python. Excel with Python. Right? As it is easy to adapt compared to other programming language. Readability. If you know English, easy to read the Python. Syntax. It will give where it is error in the code. It will specify the line. Which line is the error? It will show the arrow mark. There are the built-in function. There are a lot of built-in function. Built-in function means already available. No need to create your own function or no need to create. Just you need to use the functions. Like the way your mom had ready made the food, everything. Just you need to go and have it. You no need to prepare the food. No need to cut the vegetables. No need to boil the rice. No need to prepare the curry. Nothing. Everything is ready-madely available. You just need to have lunch or dinner. So that means here already built-in functions which are available. You just need to use. Am I right? So R is also open source. Then why only Python getting popular? Very good question. R is purely depends on small amount of data. And R does not support for built-in. Of course, there are the built-in function. It does not support for databases and cloud. For example, Now, where do you save it? For example, can you tell me how many of you are using mobile? Everyone are using mobile. If you go weekend party, let's say if you go weekend shopping to a mall, what do you do first before you're buying? You went to a mall. What do you do in mall? You take photos, right? Yes or no? Everyone, right?
Yes.
Selfies,
Yes.
right? I see one example, I'll tell you. Last weekend on 18th, we had a festival of Ganesh. Everyone click the photo, they put a status. I'm not saying wrong, it is good, right? Every day on an average 3 to 5 photos you click, right? As a person, in general. Where do you store? Where do you store? In your mobile, right? Gallery.
Yes.
What is the size of your mobile? RAM size or a storage size? 120 GB, 128 GB, 512, 526, 512 or 1 TB, right? 512. What if your size is completed? Or what if your storage has been completed? What will you do? What will you do?
Either I have to buy additional storage or I have to
Mobile,
transfer.
it is not possible, right?
Yes.
Mobile is not possible to buy extra storage, right? Where do you store all your data, photos and images?
I
Drive.
will.
Maybe you are using Android, you can store in the Google Drive. Again, Google Drive is a cloud, right? So instead of your photos, you might have seen the gallery phone. It will be a similar photo. For example, you have seen that your mom photo, dad photo, right? Your mother photo, right? Mom photo, your brother photo. If you click on brother photo, all photos related to your brother will come. If you click on dad image, all photos which are relevant to your dad will come. How it is happening? Your data storing in cloud. Again, it is identifying the similar faces with the help of deep learning applications, which has been implemented with the help of Python. For your question, man, why Python is famous? Because it have an integrated options to connect with the clouds like Azure, Google Cloud, like AWS and all. And as well as it is an option to connect with the different databases where we don't have an option to connect with the R language. That is the reason Python is more popular. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Right? Syntax build, debugging. Debugging also very, very easy. Recommended as a first programming language for beginners. Why? Why Python is recommended as a first language? Anyone guess? Why Python is a first programming language? Right. Why Python? First point is the features. We are discussing about the features. Already we covered it. Let me cover it again. So easy to read, write, and learn. For example, in the left side, right side, we have a one program, Java. Can you try to understand this? The one which highlighted with the block color, I mean the block.
No.
What is this? Anyone, take your time, 1 or 2 minutes of time.
It's printing hello world.
Printing hello world.
Printing hello world. So in the Java, how many lines of code I've written? One line. 3 lines of code, and there are a lot of curly braces, right? Not parentheses, guys, curly braces, right? There I've used class hello world. What is the meaning of class? I don't know. What is the meaning of hello world? I don't know. What is public static void main? I don't know. What is strings args? I don't know. System.out.println. What is println? I don't know. Hello world. So to just to print hello world, how many lines of code you have written, Karan? 3 lines of code. But the code complexity is easy. Is it easy or tougher? Tough, right?
Tough.
Right? Yes or no, guys? Right.
Yeah.
So compared to that, if you look in the Python to print hello world, how many lines of code I've written? Only 1. Is the syntax is easy to read? What a print. What is the English meaning of print? What is the English meaning of print? Suppose, let me ask you one question. let me ask you one question. If you want to visit, let me take Tirumala. Do you know temple, Tirumala temple, guys? Tirumala temple, everyone know about Tirumala temple?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Everyone knew? If you want to visit
Yeah.
Tirumala temple, what you need to show? You need to show your Aadhaar card. You need to take a printout. Do you call printout or a Xerox?
Xerox.
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 Printout or a Xerox?
Xerox.
Xerox. Are you sure? Actually, we need to call it as printout. So you want to, for example, in your college, you want to submit the documents. 10th class, inter, 12th standard, for inter, 12th, both same, degree, all this, you want to submit the documents. Whether you will take a Xerox or you will take printout.
Printout.
Printout or Xerox?
Printout.
Xerox.
Xerox. Actually, it is not a Xerox, guys. We need to call it as a printout. Printout. But Xerox is a company who created a mission to print the items. That mission is called Xerox mission. But Xerox is a company name. Here, why I'm using print? Print means displaying something, right? What we're displaying here? Hello world. We're displaying the hello world. So it is a open source. First statement is clear, everyone? Is it first statement is clear, everyone? Everyone clear about the first statement? Any questions, any doubt about the first statement?
No.
Some is unmuted. Guys, I would request you please keep your mic in mute. The reason is while listening the class in recording mode, it will get disturbance for you only. Please. Right? Python is easy to learn, read and write, as it is the lesser number of lines of code as compared to other programming language. Now we are compared Java and Python. Now which is easy to learn, Giridhar? Which is easy to learn as per this example?
Python.
Python is easy. Now, sir, for SAS you told 10 lakhs. What is the price for Python? What is the price? It is a open source. Sir, what is mean by open source? Open source, free to download. That means from internet, from the website of Python, we can at free of cost, we can download. No need to pay. And yesterday also we discussed one point, large user community base. What does it mean? Large user community base. What does it mean, guys? What does it mean? That means everyone, as we have, most of the people are using this. Whenever you're struck with any technical problem, there are the team or people around the world, across the world, they can help you. Right? Now tell me object-oriented and procedural programming language. It is an object-oriented and procedural programming language. Tell me, as per the English language, what is the meaning of object-oriented and procedural language? What do you mean by object-oriented? What is the meaning of procedural language?
In object-oriented, we'll be using object and classes. In procedural, we'll be using only the functions.
We are not going to technical. There are a lot of people who don't know technical. Class and object. What does it mean, class and object? Object means reference. Object is nothing but reference. For example, let me ask you anyone. Tell me, what is your surname?
K. Kuturla.
For example, let's say Venkat Reddy. Let me take an example. How many Venkat Reddys would be there in India? So many.
So
Let's
many.
say Karan. For example, if I talk Karan, how many Karans would be there across the world? N number, right? How, for example, Venkat Reddy. Let's take an example, Venkat Reddy. How can I specify only this Venkat Reddy? How can I point out? With the help of
Surname.
For example, he said K Venkat Reddy. There can be K number of K Venkat Reddy, right?
Yes.
Am I right? How can I specify particular to him? Maybe address
Or date of birth.
Or address, or there can be two Venkat Reddy can have same date of birth also, can be possible. But it is not possible to have same address. Am I right? The reference point for you is your address. The object oriented means whenever you are using program, as I said, built-in functions. We cannot use every time, we cannot write the built-in function, right? Just we give the reference to use that address. Right? For example, I want to send a courier to you. What I will take a reference? Your address. For example, I want to send 10 couriers on different dates. Will you have 10 different address or will you have the same address? Same address. That means it will take the reference as your home address. The object oriented means to automate your program. It can be helpful a lot. Automation point of view, it will be helpful. Procedural means procedure. For example, let me take one example. If you want to go for movie, if you want to watch a movie in theater, what will you do? Balaji, what will you do? What will you do if you want to watch a movie? What will you do?
Buying the
We'll
tickets.
book the ticket.
Huh?
Book the ticket.
First, you need to open the Book My Show app. After that, you want which movie you want to watch and which place you want, which theater, like PVR, maybe Central Mall, maybe Forum Mall, blah, blah, blah. And then you can book the ticket. Once it is confirmed, you'll get a message and they will give the show timing. Right? You go to that particular place, show the whatever the ID you got it, and you need to enter into the theater. You watch the movie, right? Step by step. The step by step is called a procedural. Any program, it can support procedural step by step. The execution done here, Python language, step by step. What is it? Step by step. That is the meaning, right? Step by step. Like the way you want to movie theater, how you go? What are the steps you follow? Right? If you want to get a BTech degree, what will you do? First, you need to complete 10th standard, then go to the 12th, then BTech. Without completing 10th class, 10th standard, will you be able to get the BTech degree? Not possible. Am I right? That is the meaning. Dynamic type programming language, meaning there is no need to specify the data type to assign. For example, let me ask a assigned name. For example, Balu, what is your age? What is your age? Balu. Balu, are you there? What is your age? Anyone, not only Balu. Guru, what is your age?
40 plus.
40. Now tell me, 40 is a number or a string? String means character. Character means like 40. How do you write 40?
It's a number.
Write like this. 40 like this. Or do you write 40 like this? 40. How do you write?
40. 40.
40, right? Automatically, if you mention 40, age is equal to 40, right? Automatically, Python can able to take the data type. Your 40 data type is a number, right? Automatically take its data type. Manually, no need to specify the data type. That is the meaning of dynamic type. For example, name is equal to Balu. What is it? String, right? Or a character or a string. Python can automatically take these things. Or letter, right? Name is a letters. Collection of letters is called string. B is one letter. A is one letter. L is one letter. U is another letter. Collection of letters are called as string or characters. Right? Letter is also called as character. Collection of character is called characters or strings. Am I right? It is a string. Python no need to specify it is a string. Automatically Python can take care. Oh, you mentioned something in quotes. Then it is nothing but string. That is the meaning of dynamic type programming language. Right? And the most important thing is dynamic memory management. Dynamic memory management. So guys, can I ask one question? How many of you never use laptop? How many
No
of you
one.
never use laptop? Never use laptop. Everyone use the laptop? Paka.
Yes, sir.
In your laptop, you can see the temp files, temporary files. Temporary.
Yes.
What does it
Yes,
mean?
sir.
What does it mean? Temporary files, for example, automatically cache files, unnecessary temp files means once you close the system or once you delete the temporary files, the performance of system would be better, right? Unnecessary file. For example, how I'll tell you temp files. Let me take some example, easy way example. Okay, browsing. In history, for example, you open the Google browser, right? Whatever you search from morning to evening, everything will display, right? Display, right? Somewhere it will store history, basically. History. In your okay. Best example. Temp file is nothing but your history. Easy to understand, right? So in your phone, you can open multiple apps, right? What if you open the 25 apps? What about the system phone performance? Will it down or will it increase? Down, right? Right. What if you close all the apps? System performance would be increases. Similarly, your dynamic memory management is nothing but if your Python is idle for more than an hour, automatically whatever the programs you executed earlier, it will be deleted from your RAM. RAM is nothing but random access memory. Random access memory, all the temporary files will be stored in RAM system. If your did not execute Python, if your Python is idle for more than an hour or two, automatically it will clear the temp file. So the execution speed is much faster. And memory is free, right? As it delete the temporary files, memory is free. Then automatically execution speed would be faster. In your phone, for example, you delete unnecessary images or photos from gallery, right? Where does it store? It will store in archive, right? It will store in archive, mobile archive, right? Archive, or what do you call that? That is archive, not archive, archive. Archive or archive. Actually, it is an archive, right? ARCHIEV. Okay. Now, in archive, what is the default date to delete the files? 30 days. For example, let's say if I open the controller temp, these are my temporary files. If I delete here, okay, deleting, select all, deleting, skip. It is deleting all the files. Now, where does all the files stores? You can see the recycle bin. Can you see the recycle bin? This is the
Yes, sir.
recycle bin. All the files are stored. Here, this recycle, unless until I remove this file or delete the files in recycle bin, it won't delete. If I delete from recycle bin, I cannot able to achieve it back. So in archive also, by default, it will store all the files for 30 days. That is a time bound. In Python, idle for how much time? 1 hour. Automatically, unnecessary files will be deleted. There is a garbage in, garbage out. Garbage means unnecessary files. In your home, your garbage. What does it mean? Do you keep your garbage in your home or do you throw
No.
out? Throw you
Throughout.
out. Will it done by manually or will it done by someone in a family or automatically the garbage
Depends.
will go out? Someone in the family, maybe your mom, dad, you, or a brother, someone. But in
Yeah.
Python, the garbage means unnecessary files automatically delete after specific time bound. Hence, dynamically it allocate the memory wherever which block space is available. That is the meaning of dynamic memory management. Are you clear, guys? Are you clear about this? Are you clear about this dynamic memory management?
Yes, sir.
So why Python? Someone asked the question. I started my career, as I said, first SAS, R, Python. Right? I knew all three languages. I converted the program from SAS to R. I convert the programs from R to Python. All three languages. So the one of the drawback of R language, why R is not popular as compared to Python, memory issues. So Python is automatically garbage in or garbage out. Throw you the unnecessary files. Where R does not do it. You manually need to do. Right? So the memory issues is one of the biggest problem with the R language. Hence, Python is more powerful as compared to R language. I think someone asked this question. I hope understood, right? If I talk this word 10 minutes ago, you won't
Yes, thank you.
Now that is the time I explained that point also. Okay. Now cross-platform. Cross-platform. Yesterday also we discussed. Last question in yesterday also. Cross-platform means there are three different type of OS. What are those, Karan? Windows, Mac, Ubuntu, Linux or Unix. For example, you have a Mac. You executed the program in Mac. You created a program in Mac, right? The same program you transferred to your friend. He is having Windows laptop. Will the program will execute? Or do we need to change? As the OS is changing, right, from Mac to Windows, will the same code will work? Will it work? Or do we need to change the program also? Are you clear with my requirement? Let's say, for example, Karan is using Mac. He created some program for Chandrayaan 3. Okay, Chandrayaan 3. Forget about it. Now, you mission director, project director has to, hey, Karan, can you send the project program or program to me? Now, program manager is Rakesh. Rakesh is using Windows. Before they deploy the model or code into the production or real world, they need to test, right? Rakesh need to test. Now, where the program has been implemented? Mac. Now, Rakesh is using Windows. Now, my question is, does Rakesh need to change the program or Rakesh can able to execute the same code? Are you clear with the requirement? Does Rakesh need to change the program or will it execute the same code? Are you clear with the requirement, guys? Guys, are you clear with the requirement?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Sharani, are you clear with the requirement?
Yes, sir.
Vikram Singh, what does it, what do you do?
Yes, sir. It is understand, sir.
What does it mean here? So Rakesh is using the Windows, Karan is in Mac. Karan has implemented one program in Mac. Now Rakesh want to test it, the program, whether it works. Now before the test, before performing the test, does Rakesh need to change the program or not?
No.
Yes, sir. Need to
Not
change the
required
program.
to change.
Yes.
Not required to change. That is the meaning of cross-platform. That is the meaning of cross-platform. That means if you write a program in one OS means if you write program in Mac, the same program can be executed in Linux, Windows, or Unix. That is the meaning of cross-platform. So, are you clear now? Right? So, no need to change the program. The same program can be executed. That means the syntax of the program is same for different OS like Mac, Windows, Linux, and all. Clear, guys? Someone has asked this question yesterday. Is it clear now?
Yes.
If anyone not clear, kindly let me know. It is interpreted language. Next point is interpreted language. What do you mean by interpreted? Interpreting means, for example, I written something like 1, 2, 4, 8, 6. What does it mean? What does it mean? 1, 2, 4, 8, 6.
It's a number, numeric.
Number, huh? Number, huh?
Yes, numbers.
How many of you watches movies?
Everyone.
Everyone, huh?
Hope so.
Okay. Okay. Before I answer this question, someone asked the question about the last point. Let me answer. What is the platform independent? Cross-platform or platform independent means? That is what I explained just now. If you write code in Mac, the same code can be executed in different platforms. Like Windows is one platform, Linux is one platform, or Unix is another platform. Platform independent means the same code can be executed in multiple platforms or multiple operating system. Are you clear, Gurjit? Other name of platform are you clear, Gurjit?
Yeah, so are they both are same, the cross-platform and independent?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Now interpreted language. I given 12486. Have you seen movies like a terrorist movie, terror activities movie? Like ISI send one code to Indian sleeper cells 12486. The
Yes.
here RA chief or RA team or intelligence team, they decode this number.
Encryption.
Encrypted. Okay, encrypted numbers.
Binary format.
In movies, a lot of movies happens, right? Let me tell you one movie. Can you guess one movie? Like I don't know the movie name. I understood the movie, but I did not remember the movie name. I'm weak in movies.
In television, it also happens. I mean, sometimes in television, you able to
Haji.
see the numbers
Haji
also.
movie.
Rocky movie,
Gaji.
Raj. There are a lot of movies. So 1, 2 means A means 1, B means 2, like this. That means you're interpreting, right? You're interpreting. That means here interpreted language means whatever the program you have written, you can able to understand the flow structure, how it is going step by step. If you know English, then automatically you can interpret the syntax of the Python programming language. Interpret the Python programming language. Am I right? Python is used almost all the fields, guys. Already given a lot of examples. Now in the entire slide, any point are you not clear? In entire slide, any point is not clear, guys. Kindly let me know. Any point is everyone clear about all the points? Any doubts?
No.
Okay. So there are two versions, guys. There are two versions in Python. Python 2 and Python 3. Python 2 has been stopped in the 2020. Right? There will no more Python 2. In our course, we are going to use Python 3. The latest version Python 3 is 3.10. 3.10. Right? Basically, the code complexity, robustness, right, scalability is higher for Python 3 as compared to Python 2. I said robustness, scalability. What is scalability? What is the meaning of scalability? What is the meaning of
It is
scalability?
the virtual machine, sir. Auto scaling.
Auto scale. For example, let me tell you one simple example. In the first time in your career, 10th standard, you write the exams, marks will be announced, right? Right? How do you check your marks? Maybe in 12th standard. How do you check your marks? Maybe respect to state board, central board, they will release your marks in website, right? Am I right? Maybe which state are you from? Current? Karnataka. Karnataka board will release your 10th, 12th standard marks. How do you check the marks? In website. Just imagine 100 members checking their scores or results same time. The server will work, website will work easily, no issues. Just imagine 1 lakh members hitting the website simultaneously at the same time. Will server work? Website work? Automatically
Crash.
it will crash. The scalability means how SL free without interruption or without interruption. SL free means without interruption. How your server effectively works. Maybe for 10,000 members, for 20,000 members. For example, now we have a KSR DataVision app, right? The app can able to, if 10,000 members can able to hit simultaneously, it works. Just imagine 10 lakh members are hitting simultaneously. Definitely it will crash. The scalability means how capability, ability, how many people can simultaneously works on your Python. Maybe it could be 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, 1 crore, 10 crores, 100 crores. Robustness. Robustness means robo. What robo? What robot does? What robot does? What robot does? Robustness is nothing but strong and efficient. So you might have seen robot movie, right? How efficiently can do task. In that Python also without error, it will execute the task. If you give the proper syntax, it will execute the task accurately. Right? So especially for machine learning, AI-based deep learning, data science activities, for data engineering, data analysis activity, Python is more recommended. And code complexity is very, very low as compared to other programming language. Hence, in our course also, we are going to use Python 3. Okay. So if you want to understand in detail, some basic examples, not required, but try to understand the basic example. So release date, Python 2 released in the year of 2000, Python 3, 2008. Suppose you want to print hello. How did you use in Python 3? We use parenthesis. In Python 2, we don't use parenthesis. Division of integers. 2 integer divide, you'll get integer value. 2 integer divide, you'll get decimal value. For example, 10 by 5. What is answer? 2. It will give the 2 only. In Python 3, 10 by 5, it will give 2.0. That is the meaning of decimal point. Unicode. If you're raising the strings, always you need to specify U first in Python 2. No need to specify. That is the dynamic type, right? Dynamic type, data type. That means no need to specify the, no need to specify the data type in Python 3. Syntax, Python 2 is a bit difficult, guys. To reduce the code complexity, as well as to reduce the code complexity, execution speed, to increase the execution speed, they've introduced Python 3. And hence, the problem has been solved with Python 3. They're using only Python 3 only. The code rules are very complex, very easy and simplified in Python 3. Am I right? History of Python, Monty Python Flying Circus, right? I told you, right? From this is they inspired from the Monty. Okay, that is all about the Python. These are the features we just open source, large library, cross-platform, readability, easy to learn. All I just explained. Tomorrow means Monday, I will explain you how to install the Python. Okay, let me stop it here for today. Any questions, guys? Any? If you know Python, guys, the job openings, I'm not saying because you will join the course or no, forget about it. If you want to grow in your career, in IT side, if you want to grow your career with good amount of packages, Python is mandatory. I'm teaching Python because of that. I'm not telling it. It is a true fact. Okay. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow or Monday.